Field. Regular meeting on 15th of April at Flight Line 1434. Call to order. Mr. Valentine, you want to lead the pledge?
I'm happy to.
For me,
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Aye. Roll call. Mr. Krokol.
Present.
Ms. Hanson.
Here.
Mr. Valentine.
Here.
Mr. Allred's here. Mr. Parker is absent.
Yeah.
Approval of agenda.
Move to approve the agenda as presented. Second.
Second, we have a first. We have a second. Any commentary? Motion to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And all those disapprove? Unanimous. Oh, we have to do
No, there's no one online.
no one online
Andrew is not at this meeting.
meeting, so we don't have to do the
You can do those votes.
votes. Okay, thank you. So we have unanimous. Or, you still count it as unanimous?
Yep, it's just approved.
Approved. All right. Community announcements, public commentary, comments, item none on the agenda.
Button. Okay. First, I have some handouts here for the board members, if you would like them.
Yeah.
You can take them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mr. Toast and I have been talking the last
Oh, okay.
15 minutes about the documents that he has here, so.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm hurting a little bit today. I'm here to address the situation again in regards to your move against Dave Van Hoy in regards to my being in his hangar again. Okay, the documents contained in here are what I have put together because I feel that a certain person on this airport has been vindictive against me in regards to the F-100 aircraft. It's a chronology of what has happened, why it happened, and basically who's responsible for doing what. We performed no illegal actions in regards to the aircraft, but the person who is seeking to get me off this airport is pushing hard to do that. And I really would request that if you know who it is, please have them stop, because the thing is, I've been on this airport since 1978, okay? Never done anything to hurt this airport whatsoever. Some may disagree, but I haven't. You look at the incidents and stuff that have happened in the past, it's nothing that was intentional, okay? So the thing is that I was made the scapegoat and the bad guy when the F-100 came up. The aircraft didn't belong to the airport whatsoever. Dan Savovich in 1988 gave it back to the Air Force, and it was witnessed by Scott Nobby's boss, and it was signed. It's a legal document giving the aircraft back to the Air Force. So in 2011, when U.S. Air Power Museum requested the indefinite loan of the airport had actually no legal standing to say yes or no about it. They should have just directed us to the Air Force, which time we probably would have worked something out with them. But the thing is that certain people on this airport wanted to have the aircraft for their own. And they displayed that in the board meeting at that time. They were distraught. They threw a 10-year-old hissy fit about the whole thing. So that's why I knew when we were given the aircraft that it was a ploy, so we would restore the aircraft, and then in the very end, it would be taken away from us, which exactly what happened. I was arrested. falsely arrested, falsely charged, which the ADA eventually saw through the smoke screen and dismissed all the charges. So nothing was illegal about the whole thing. So now that I have been on this airport since then, nothing's ever happened. In the last 12 years, everything's been calm and cool. And all of a sudden, now they're coming at Dave Van Hoy because they can't get me. And I wish for this board to look through the smoke screen and consider the actual facts. The facts are, I've done nothing to hurt this airport. I've done nothing but work hard, make friends, and try to provide a service to this airport. Whenever the fueling guys need somebody to come down and air up a tire or start an airplane, they come and get me. So I provide service to this airport. Okay, I want to stay here. I've got 4 projects on this airport right now that I need to get finished in the next couple of years, and then I already had a plan to go ahead and relocate to another airport because I'm getting old. I just turned 72, and things aren't as spry as they used to be. So I would ask this board to discontinue the push against Dave Van Hoy to get me out of this airport because I have aircraft here and I need to get them done and get them out of here. And if I'm forced off the airport, I can't finish my projects. That's all there is to it.
All right.
And I guarantee you that there's not going to be any problem with me. There hasn't been in the last 12 years. Okay? Please review the documents I provided.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Sosa.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. Thank you for your time.
Are there any other comments? All right, move to item 3, consent agenda. A, minutes of the regular meeting, April 1st. B, check register, April 9th. We have approval for both items at the same time.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar items A and B.
Second. There was first, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Oh, wait, comments from any other comments? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those that disapprove? Motion passes unanimously. Action items. A, impulse space.
So, lady and gentlemen of the board, Impulse Space is looking at improving Site 1 Charlie and considerable increase in the area of their lease, including a road. Staff recommends approval of that action.
Is this a paved road? Sir?
So, to be honest, I don't know whether they intend to pave it or just bulldoze it in.
Okay, does this require permitting? No,
The groundwork that they're going to do doesn't require permitting. The grading of the road is already in existence, or one of them is. The one that they're going to do from the site 1C up to the Melinda Road is what they're going to use for their evacuation route when they go into the fest. And so the amount that will be, dirt that will be removed isn't going to require it.
Okay, and my concern for that is when you start moving dirt, you start changing water flow. And that can in turn cause flooding in an area or something like this, or damage to the road that now who's responsible to, so I'm just curious if it has to be permitted. You're saying,
Not on that particular aspect of it. They did supply a new PD modification for their whole site when they made it like that.
okay, council, did you look at that?
Yes, I looked at the
I
amendment.
mean, you know, better to catch it now than go, oops. Okay.
Is it how long? I mean, I don't see anything for the length of the road. The width, I think, is 20 feet.
Yes, the real exhibit, that is the one item that we're waiting for, is the exact, length of the road. That had the width, but not how long it was. And so to get it, the exact pinpoint on it, the engineers just needed one more item of information, which wasn't available at the time that we put this together.
And it's clear who will do any maintenance on it.
Yes, it's part of their lease, so they're solely
Oh,
responsible.
okay, yeah, because typically we maintain the road.
Yes,
This is within the lease premises.
yeah. That's part of it, expanding their lease is giving them the right to create that road.
Oh, okay.
So that they will be solely responsible as part of their lease.
Will we, forward a motion to,
Well, is.
or do we need a motion?
Yeah, so what we need is, if the board is inclined to approve the lease amendment, subject to, completing the final exhibit. And I think that David probably is, able to just sign off on that, and we can make sure it's within the lease premises and doesn't impose any duties on the airport.
Oh, CEO will take care of, Dave will take care of it.
Just for clarity, can you point towards that or just?
So site one is this square up here, sorry, I'm too short, but it also has a test site 1B, which is a little section here, and 1C is higher. So the 1C is the spot, which is started out as a 1 acre, and it's in between astrobotic and inner orbital up there. And the road that they want to make is gonna go from that site all the way up to Melinda, just to the west of inner orbitals.
Okay.
They just goes for emergency egress, or what's the
That's what they had indicated.
Oh, yes.
Do you have concerns about it?
Well,
just grading this,
yeah,
they're not excavating anything, are they? They're just grading
get rid of
a
some.
roadway,
Yeah.
the brush.
Vegetation and some rocks and.
Yeah.
I guess not at this level. If it becomes more, yeah, I think I would have some kind of the same concerns. You know, we're in a floodplain out here, and when you do stuff like that, it directs water different directions onto some other site. So those are the concerns, but I think just as this, I think I'm okay with it. I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Okay, we have a motion to approve. We have a second. Any comments? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Voted unanimous. Action item A. Reports. Director of Operations.
Good afternoon. For our correction, I do want to make a quick correction on this. I accidentally used the wrong template. These are the March 2024 and March 2025. I do apologize for that. However, for the March 2024 and March 2025 counts during towered hours, I actually saw a decrease. Since I've been doing these ops reports, this is the first time we've had a decrease in total operations, majority of which were those civilian operations where we saw a decrease of 331. We did have an increase of 49 military operations, which led to a total decrease of 282 overall operations. And largely that was contributed to the weather. We did have a series of winter storms that came through, some very windy days, and precipitation that really hindered our civilian flight operations.
Thank you, Ariel. Dave?
Once again, afternoon, members of the board. Just a few things to highlight. I'll keep it fairly brief since I'm zooming in. I'm currently at the Defense Leadership Forum, which has been extremely productive. Very solid meetings here with representatives of Jet Zero and discussions of other things that can be done in integrating better with the United States Air Force. So it's been very productive. Last week was the Space Summit in Colorado Springs. That was, again, extremely productive, and I have to brag on the staff. Staff, once again, really carried the water there in setting up an appropriate display and integrating with extremely well-attended conference, about 11,500 people, 50 countries represented. And I would tell you a huge percentage of that is extremely excited about what we do at Mojave. One other quick and growing update is growing out of that conference was a question about the possible working with Edwards for the X-33 launch site. So we've started the very early phase of discussions with Edwards simply on what is the art of the possible here? Could this be done? If you're unfamiliar, the X-33 launch site was co-sponsored by back then the now defunct California Space Authority and had a projected vertical launch capability using a single stage access to space system. So it's something we're going to investigate, and we'll of course keep the board actively informed if this winds up turning out to be something that mirrors reality. Subject to your questions, like I said, I'll keep it short today. Over.
Dave, was this something that was years ago out east of Edwards?
Exactly right. Yes. So the site was projected to have considerable capability, but never executed mission.
Right. The structure and everything is there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, I've walked that site, and I'm going to be going back out to see the status of it before. I've never seen black widows that big in my life.
Wow.
Anything else?
No, subject to your questions, lady and gentlemen.
Amy?
Did I miss something? Donation to pass board of directors. What's this?
Donation?
Yes, that's the aircraft donation that had been previously approved by the board.
Oh,
You're going to talk about it? I mean, was it on here?
Actually, that one was the money donation that a tenant of his building, he did not want his deposit back. And I believe it was like just over $200. And because he didn't want the deposit back, Scott said to inform the board that he was giving the board that money to do without the board.
Okay, let's throw a party.
I'll take 50. Come on. But obviously we can't accept it as a
Yeah.
personal thing, but the board needs to accept it formally. No, just acknowledge it. Okay. I'm getting ideas. I see Christmas or something in your eyes.
Right. But yeah, that's,
Okay.
so
Well, that was awful generous of him. I don't know who it is, but thank you.
I will let them know. It was, what was it? Steve Slaughter.
Oh, I know. Yeah, great guy. Yeah,
Yes.
I will go back.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you, Steve. Not that you'll ever see this or hear it, but
We donated building one, relocated out of the area.
okay. Cool.
you know, I don't have any questions. The donation to the softball field, not a donation, but there's a contract for this softball field with Mojave Unified.
Oh, That is the softball, it's the girls softball, and they use the field, we brought that earlier. So
Yeah.
now it's just executed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Refresh my memory, they pay for the water, but
They use the softball
well,
field,
they use it. I mean, is there some benefit financially with the school?
they go out there and they grade it, so they maintain the playing field, not the outfield. The airport, they can use to mow and water that, but after each practice and game, they drag that and they, yeah, they maintain the inside of the field.
Do we offer this? I know it's available, but do we make it intentionally formally offer it to tenants if they want to start leagues and stuff on it? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it's for.
Yes,
And
all of
obvious-
it, yeah. Several tenants in the past have used it before.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's, sorry, they've used it in the past before, but not like for like a full season, most of them. They'll come in and say, oh, can we go play, you know, a
Yeah,
game?
no, that I think is the intention of it, is an
Mhm.
asset that our employees can use. It's not just there and they see the high school on it and go, oh.
No, Zale has done it,
Yeah,
Straddle.
it's important that we do that. Well.
Yeah.
In some manner, let her out, hey, guys, we should start a league.
They did for a
I
while.
know they do.
Yeah.
Okay, I just,
Good questions?
No.
Any others?
So
Thank
to
you.
further that, we do have a meeting coming up next week with our major tenants, with our mission partners. And we'll make sure it's announced there that they understand they have access to that as a benefit.
yeah, because if we start a league on, you're what, pitcher?
Left out.
Left out.
All righty, board committees, we have none. Yeah, item 6, director comments, items not on the agenda.
I have something. Plain Crazy Saturday is this coming Saturday, the 19th. And Barbara Schultz will be speaking about women's role in aviation. And I have some flyers if anyone's interested. Her talk will be in this room, 11 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Debbie? All right, we now move to no other comments. All right, we now move to item 7, closed session. Thank you, Ariel.
And would the board like me to stay in?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
I'm here.
Yay.